It's been so long, ever since I had a dream of a dragon. It's been so long that I've seen a dragon inside of my dreams, until last night when I had a dream of the dragon, of my dragon, of one of the dragons that are by my side. Actually, the first time that I really could see one of the dragons by my side. It was a stunning view, a stunning sight to see what kind of beautiful beings dragons are. And this was actually the first time that I could ever encounter visualize the dragon by my side, one of them. This is not the awakener that I had. This was a dragon that I could feel very much when I go to work, when I am at home, when I am in front of my dragon altar. I could sense him, but I could never really see him. I never really had the chance or opportunity to visualize him as I did last night inside of my dream. But I'm actually not that sure if I'm actually allowed to share this with you, but after all, I'm trying to share this with my brothers and sisters, and maybe you are awakened by it, or maybe it can help you, or maybe just to say that, yeah, whenever we see the dragon inside of dreams, and whenever we visualize the dragons by our side, whenever we encounter our dragons, that we should not hold back or anything like it. Every kind of emotion that you have is an emotion that you should express. Everything. But this was actually very powerful dream that I had. A very intimate dream. It was very much, you know, sometimes I do dragon dances. Dragon dances also is another word for expressing your feelings for the dragon inside of movements, but also inside of rituals that you create for yourself. It's also a way to summon up the dragon and to be with the dragon, and together you work with the dragon like this. Sometimes I do this without clothes, because the dragon can see inside of your soul, and so the dragon would see the clothes inside, but they want to see sometimes, most of the time, our soul, our spirit that is beneath our clothes. So most of the time I do this just 100% natural. But I had a feeling from days before this dream that this was the dragon that wanted to come true. This was the dragon that was actually coming even before my awakener. I had a large feeling that he one day would be there, and yet that was actually the first day when I did this dragon dance here before my altar. I felt that my guardian, my dragon by my side, the one that awakened me, actually was standing aside to let the other way through. That is also a member of my dragon circle. I could feel him ever since I was awakened, but never that strong as now I can feel him. And he's about to change me. He's about to change me again. I can feel this very much. He's supposed to teach me much other things than other dragons can do. He's not that ancient, more like earlier, but he has other kinds of wisdom, I can say. But my god, my goddess, dragons are really sexual beings sometimes. There are dragons, of course, that don't want to go as far like this, because sometimes out of respect, or really it's because I'm raised Christian, so this was actually not something that even in the beginning, I had a large feeling for the dragons, of course. And my awakener is female. I could feel female energies coming from this, the energy from the dragon that I felt back then. And yeah, I thought that was very exciting, to say at least. but I was holding back very much. But what I learned inside of the Dragon's Path is that you should not hold back, is that you should go for it, whatever you are feeling. And your feelings are actually your guide in what you have to do. So the dragon, also my awakener, was also very much saying, whatever you are feeling, just express it in more ways than one. So after a while I did, and wow, I could finally say that whenever I was giving in, I have to say, wow, now I finally know how kind of magic works. But I want to know more about this, about expressing feelings, expressing emotions, but also expressing sexual desire. But the one that awakened me was not even a tenth of what I could feel the last few days, the last few months, where my other dragon, the dragon that is also a part of my dragon eye, has finally approached this standing actually before the one that awakened me. And this was very much a male dragon. Oh my goodness, that was a pure feeling that I had. And I was not, this is new actually for me. I didn't know what to do, so I didn't know how to approach it. This dragon, I don't want to say it, I want to say him. I don't know how to approach him, but he very much knew how to approach me. And I sometimes say, no, humans are just, they're not that worthy of doing something like this. That is why I hold back even to this day about this, but this was not possible with this dragon. This energy was 100% black and red and black all the time. It was so strong that I could not, not at all. I was just surrendering at the moment when the dragon came through. Not something I surrender as well to my other dragons, to Tiamat, to Leviathan, to my awakener, but in more ways than one. But this was a surrender pure out of 100% sexual desire. A male. I'm a male myself. So what does this mean? That was, yeah, I don't even know if I'm actually allowed to share this, but like I said, I share this only with my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. It is very intimate information that I had, and last night, and that is the reason why I make this video, I had a dream again where I could see him just approaching like he always does. And every time when I just give in to him, it's just an open gate, one open gate, and it's a feeling that I would say that every one of us should have. It's a feeling that actually I could say for sure, dragons are many times very sexual beings, very, very much, unless of course they have different kind of relationships, like they are more like a family. But even then dragons approach us in many ways than one, and this is one of the ways that they can approach us. And when that evening when I was having a dragon dance with all of my dragons, and this dragon came through and I was completely without clothes. That never happened before. Most of the time it's sensual, very sensual dance, but never such extreme like this. This was the first time that it was like this extreme. And it was not an imposter, it was not a bee-like dragon, it was 100% a male dragon. 100%. You know, I'm actually stuttering because this new experience is from my own dragon's eye, from my own dragon circle. You know, how many dragons are there in my dragon eye? How many dragons are there in your dragon circle? You might not know it now, how many dragons there are a member from your dragon circle. And every single dragon might approach you in a different kind of way, just like your dragon gods can approach you in different kind of ways, and can be approaching you in some extreme ways as well, just like my awakener is extreme in opening gates, in just teaching me the ways of the dragon, teaching me the ways that they are not human, that they are very much, excuse me, different than how humans are, different than us. And that is actually what I said, that actually I'm very glad that my guardian teach me the ways first, before a dragon like this dragon, this male dragon, this beautiful extreme male extreme experience actually from a male dragon, before she said everything, teach me the ways. And now many years later I came to find new dragons that were a member all this time, but now found a way to you, or to me in this case. And now it's a complete different approach. I knew how sexual dragons could be from my guardian, but this was a new level. And you can say you don't want it, but I was actually going against it. This this is actually a bit of difficult to say. I was going against it, the dragon said, go for it, whatever you are feeling, express it, go for it 100%. But I had no word for this. Just the same how the experiences are for the dragon. Most of the time you just don't have words for the experiences that you have. And this was once another chapter. I can say, don't be afraid of this. Don't be afraid of how dragons might approach you, how dragons are. They can be very different than humans, and we are actually raised inside of a Christian society, a Christian community, religious in shorter ways, and that are told us not to have this desire, not to have this sexual desire, especially for something that is not human. Because I finally actually start to understand more and more why these religions don't want us to have this, don't want us to have this. This is opening gates. This is opening many gates. This is revelations. This is something new. I just have to sit down and say to myself, what the hell happened? And this dragon is not going away. This dragon is here by my side. And I love this dragon. I love him very much. I love this dragon so much. It is such a revelation now that he is by my side. He was always by my side. I always felt him, but now he found a way through and immediately let himself know. You can never be prepared on the arrival of a dragon. Never, never, ever. It will always affect your emotions, your desires. It will always let you change. And that is where we should not be afraid of. That is change. Even though to this day I'm still changing, always and always, just simply because a new dragon has found a way to you and has approached himself in their own way. That is why I say every dragon is different, so how they approach us will be different. I thought I knew everything about them. Well, no, until a few days ago I said no, I still know nothing. I still know nothing. And I love everything that I experienced with the dragon. I just love it. I embrace it to this day. But this was very intimate. This was very not strange. I just want to say this was very powerful. Very powerful. Actually, I hope that I can share this. I hope that it won't be making you afraid of the dragon. I hope it won't let you be redraw yourself on the dragon's path in how dragons are. Dragons are actually connecting with us in more ways than one. And I only can hope I don't disrespect my dragon, this dragon, by sharing this with you. But in the end, I'm just sharing this with the people who also follow the dragon.